Hello, my students. Let's actually prove some trig identities today. So I want you to recall a little bit of what we did in the last class. We talked about some Pythagorean identities. Sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is 1. And consequently, 1 plus tan squared theta is secant squared theta. And we also learned that 1 plus cot squared theta is cosecant squared theta. Okay, stuff like that. So when we are proving, though, we are proving that the left side of the equation is same as the right side. Normally, a proof will involve an identity will involve an equation, right? So we have a left-hand side and a right-hand side. So to prove an identity, we have to prove that one of the sides, just pick one of the sides. You don't have to pick the left one all the time or the right one all the time. Pick whichever is complicated and then try to simplify that with the knowledge that we have gained during the last instruction class or in the instructional video, and then you would use those strategies to see if it is equal to the right hand side. So that's the norm. So let's look at this question here. So we need to prove that this left hand side is same as cosecant theta. So let's get started. Here cosecant is 1 over sine theta times cos squared theta. So just like, write it just like that, plus sine theta, right? So here I'm going to, now this seems to be like a fraction. I want to convert this also to a fraction and try to get a common denominator. So this guy doesn't have the denominator sine theta, so he's jealous. So he wants to multiply that and divide that, just so he'll have the same denominator as this guy. So now both have the same denominator, so we can put both of them under the same table. So sine theta, cos squared theta here in the numerator, and here is sine times sine is sine squared, isn't it? So, and we know from this identity that sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. So this becomes 1 over sine theta, which is also cosecant theta. So isn't this same as the right hand side of the equation? So we just proved it. So hence proved, right? So likewise, you just have to figure out a way to simplify. Here, actually, if you look at it, this doesn't have some odd differences, but here the right side seems to be more complicated. So I would convert the right side. I would go with the right side first. So I'll start with the right. Right? So secant is 1 over cos minus cos y. Right? And this seems to be like a fraction. So I'm going to multiply and divide to get a common denominator. So, which means that you have common denominator cos y, 1 minus cos squared y. And what is 1 minus cos squared y? Again, we are using the same trig identity here. If you subtract cos squared on both sides, you'll get sine squared theta, isn't it? So 1 minus cos squared y is sine squared y. And this is same as the left hand side, isn't it? So this is same as the left side. So we proved the identity, hence proved. We used to love writing hence proved because we really did prove, right? So it's not necessary that you need to write this, but it's just my own way of relishing my memory of my childhood. Okay, cos squared alpha equals sine squared alpha times cosecant squared alpha minus sine squared alpha. So looks like the right side is more complicated, right? So I would just simply, I'm not going to solve this completely. I want you to do it. I'm going to just give you a hint and leave it there. So I'm starting with the right side here. So sine squared alpha times 1 over sine squared, isn't it? Actually, it's just a two-step problem. So let me finish it though. Wouldn't these cancel off? And what we are left with is 1 minus sine squared alpha. And from the Pythagorean identity, this is same as cos squared alpha, isn't it? So isn't that same as the left side? Hence proved. So that is it, my dears. You just have to work it through. That's all. You just have to use different strategies you have learned in the last class and implement it on one side and make sure it is equal to the right side. Okay. So here we have this one. I'm going to leave a hint here. I'm not going to solve this completely, but distribute the tan x over. Distribute the tan x over. So in the first fraction, tan x will cancel off, but here you'll be left with tan squared x. And here you'll be left with a situation where you'll have secant square x, right? Okay, let me just do it. So this is secant x because tan x has been cancelled only with this fraction, but tan x goes into here also. So the numerator here will become tan squared x over secant x, right? And this is a fraction. Now you have to multiply and divide to get a common denominator. So, right? So secant times secant is secant squared minus tan squared. But isn't this another Pythagorean identity? This is same as 1. So 1 over secant x. And this is a reciprocal function. This becomes cosine x, which is same as the right side. Okay. So I want you to solve the fifth one all by yourself and we'll quickly review this. So these are odd and even functions. So sine of a negative angle x is negative sine x. Same with the tan. Because if you recall the graphs of sine and tan from the last unit, we talked about this using the graphs. So these two graphs are, how should I say, reflection, oh God. So these two graphs are symmetrical over the origin and hence they are odd functions. So sine of negative x is negative sine x and tan of negative x is negative tan x. Oops, not tan x. But cosine is even function because it's symmetrical over the y-axis. So cosine of a negative angle is a positive cos x. Okay, so if you can use that here, tan of negative u is a negative tan u times sine of negative u is a negative sine u plus, I would wait to write plus, but cos of negative u, or which means negative angle, is positive. So we are okay writing because we just have to carry the plus sign here. So this is a cos u. Now negative times negative is positive, and we'll also expand this sine u over cosine u times sine u plus cos u. So to get the common denominator, multiply and divide cos u. So this becomes cos u in the denominator, sine squared u from here, and cos squared u from here, which is a 1 with the Pythagorean identity, right? And 1 over cos u is a secant u. This is same as the right hand side, right? So hence proved. So you just have to remember this. This is important for us. Okay, all of this. Okay, so let's go down. Let's do a little more. So 7th problem. We'll take the right side first. It looks more complicated than the left side. So we'll take the right side. So in this, we have 1 plus 1 over sine squared theta and 1 over cos squared theta over sine squared theta. Now we have to bring them into a common denominator for each part, like for the numerator separately and denominator separately. So here we have to multiply and divide with sine squared theta. Same here. So this becomes, common denominator is sine squared theta, and here we have sine squared theta plus 1, and in the denominator we have sine squared theta plus cos squared theta. Isn't this one? And also, when you flip the bottom, the sine squared theta will be cancelling off, right? So I'm going to do all of that in a single step. So we'll be left with sine squared theta plus 1 from the topmost numerator. These denominators will cancel, but sine squared theta plus cos squared theta is 1. So we are just left with the numerator, which is same as the left side, isn't it? So that's how we are proving this. Okie dokie. So that's how this goes. One last problem. I'm going to leave these for y'all, 9th and 10th. I'm going to do the 8th one and leave you there. So we'll take the right hand side first. So 1 over cos u, 1 over sine u. You can treat the numerator separately and denominator separately, but I have enough space to write here. So this is sine over cosine and cosine over sine. Okay, so you would try to get common denominator by multiplying with the opposite denominator, right? Same thing here. Right? So this will be sine u cos u as a common denominator. This is just the numerator here. So this is sine u times 1, which is sine u, and cos u, right? But in the denominator, its denominator is sine u cos u, but you have here sine squared u plus cos squared u. Right? And I was talking about earlier, you can happily cancel off the denominators. And sine u over cos u is what is left, because this is 1. So it's the same as the left side, isn't it? Hence proved. This is it, my dears. This is how the lesson goes. And we'll do a couple of math exercise questions in the class. During the class time. I want you to try these by yourselves, and I'll give you the key for the packet soon so you can check your answers. All right? All right then. I'm signing off. I'll see you next time. Bye.